so iba san kando kono do kapim ibi san ibi no iti ba da san meba ma we free membra na awa kuma indi membra samodo na nda tantan na nkwamfi na somdwe na wadbaka ho ma bra a no kwaredi emparo fese wokwan so no wakuma pondo na ibenya nyimpa ena atenkapa wo otofo YAHAWAH enyim nye nyimpa enyim o wire nyina se otofo mu na ma entwere wankasa unti ase wakwa nyina mu kanitumu na ono na abachira wo wakwan menye wankasa wan yodo onyansafo tumfu YAHAWAH yi musu akwa obaye nkwa ama ofunuma ni hum ama wumbiu wa hode hye otumfu YAHAWAH nyimnyam nye wondoba enyinara emu eduade kan no na wasan bɛhyehyɛ mama na wotwemu nsa foforo bobudo mebei membu otumfu YAHAWAH nentia enyimtia eso ema nenkanyim mfono na nya otumfu YAHAWAH dono no kanenyim demre ejeka oba odono no enyim no usafu nyimpa a obuyansa na nyimpa a onyanti ase na nebodi yechinte nebodi na nefaso chen sika mapa osombo chen buta na ndama a owokwando umunu ibiara wonfanto ho enda tenten wo nisa imfa emu na nisa benkumu wa hunya na yide na atempon ye atempon a oye hyew na kwanyina asombia oye nkwadua mahona a wosonumu na osarfo yi obiara okra no tumfu YAHAWAH de nyansa hye asase ase ode nti ase de osoro tintim ho na yimde bi na esumo ebun numu papai na yumu suso ebosu meba ma wandan imfi wonwado fanyansa pa ina adwumetwe si na obaya nkwa ama wokra na yimnyam ama wokwan ono na eba na ntu wakwando sochi na wana man enka fintu sekada inkosro inyo sekada na wo anda bayawdaw imansro arefrimu ehuyi anaso emunyefo hon say apir a obaba na otumfu YAHAWAH baye kwabreshemu na obesie wana nafi ochirim emamfa yeye enkamia oduwo no bere aiwo obusem de ebotum aye no mense ufinimi de ko na ababiu na ochina na mede bamawo na so na wo owunchan ma adwendwen imusu intia ufinimi bere anyi wuti ko dododo yi manyi nyipa biara indi apir kwa sempo sombo ombo musu biara when you build nipa it's more for no. That's number 31. When you build nipa it's more for no. Na ma nsanimu enyina kwanu biara. Na akokonsanye no ye echiwade motumfu YAHAWAH. Na mbom onye atenefo di etimsam. Motumfu YAHAWAH nunum wo emumuyafo ifimu. Na oshira edi atenefo tinabia. Ampara osi atwitwifo atwitwi na oma ahobradefo adom unyansafo benya enyimnyam edi na enyimgwase beye nkwasia hwan ntodo. Last verse. Unyansafo benya enyimnyam edi na enyimgwase beye nkwasia hwan ntodo. Iwazasemi. Hallelujah.
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 We sing the same hymn before we invite our elder. Hymn number 306, 308 once more. Teach me how I will know that I'm not mine. Happy now. Holy night, this is my heart. Holy night, just now. What is for me, what of him? Without him, I will leave them all for thy name. Praise my worship. Holy night, this is my heart. Holy night, oh Lord, yes. As I get sunset just behind, come the night, in thy presence, all in all I find, taste my comfort there. Holy night, this is my heart. Holy night, oh yes. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We now invite our elder, the first class. Applause for him.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Give our praise to the Most High YAHAWAH, and to his only begotten Son, Mashiach, YAHAWAH. Christians, then. What's a hymn you was absent, sir? That number, please. Hymns next time. What is the hymn you was absent, sir? What number is it? What do you understand? Can mercy. So y'all don't know, the deacon there teaching, singing, and y'all choose not to listen. Huh? Today. All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yes. Welcome to the next segment of Shabbat. What was the right square, Shaman? You tell me already, but I'm just asking you again. Shamar's score wasn't healthy neither. Shamar's score, what she got? 31, right? Yes. 32. Was it? It was 32. Okay. When you hear, as Mayan said, all week this week I'm trained stone and iron. So when they hear somebody screaming, then you know it's 31. So just say one above, they will calculate. Mayan said the girl at her house get 49. No, 49. Okay, you see the difference with me? I'm not the parents. And I don't feel that mothers, our fathers and mothers, should waste money sending somebody to school over 10 years. I don't see it. I don't believe in it. Because to send money, to give somebody money 5 days a week to school is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Just imagine if somebody give me money now every day for the next 10 years. You know why we say even reach us in this critical part of life? You know why? Exactly. So that's something that I will never respect or appreciate. So I mentioned Shamar's name because I could see she was broken and she'd come back from it. But it's the lot of the will to do that. I don't see it. I don't see it. And I'm not pleased. I don't care if they can or step, I don't care. But I know it's not right for them to send him to school and you feel that. When you have the opportunity, you have sisters, you have brothers, and they are pushing him. They are pushing. So if you think I'm good, look, I was looking through the report and again. Kinsley. Is you this?
Yes, Kinsley.
Okay, you come third. So the teacher say hardworking, you're sociable, and he said keep it up. All right? Third. Which, if you could put that 4 into 3 and that 2 into 1, you will come first. So that's something to work with. Who is this? Josiah. School, 75 days. Even read schools 44 days. So I want the mother to come, and it shouldn't be the mother, it should be the father. For somebody to explain to me, because I never know if Josiah sick. He's here every Shabbat, right?
Yes.
And if school is 74 days and you miss a whole lot, 30 days, a whole month of school. Whole month of school, right? The teacher says respectfully, he's hardworking, his interest is drawing, but the teacher says he could do better. In the evening class, I'll show you Josiah right drawing. Josiah can draw. So if that's an interest, even if it's me, wake him up. All right? And they get a bill. Because if the school fee last term was 100 CD, they might have paid 10. So that come over this year. Okay. Kingsford Barney in class 4. Teacher say approachable. And I don't know which child is not approachable. His interest is drumming. Can you stand up? Can you play drum? It's drum, right, Sister Lana? Can you play drum?
In the house, you always play.
You have drum in the house?
No, but anything that it gets is drum. That's what it is.
teachers say you can do better, which you can. Christina, 10th, 59 students. So the other 10 students before you fail. Okay, you only get 2 3s. The rest is 4 4 6 7 9 5. So it's like a telephone number. But they said she's not regular in school. So she go to school, but she don't go to class.
She'll come back home to take something and you realize that the time that she'll be in the house. It's true. I even told her that the way you do it is always.
Because they say her attitude is calm, her interest is art and culture, but our religious and moral studies she gets 6. Fails. Huh? Creative arts, 6. It failed. But that's her interest. Yes. When the teacher says she can do better, she must step up. But the teacher cannot spell neither. Teacher cannot spell. And would sit up. So unless she's lying in the class, which I don't figure she's lying in the class. Step up. So that's why I said that the word is step up. But she's not regular in school, that's what there. But now you saying it's class. So I'm asking myself now, going primary school, who gave the child okay to leave the classroom? The teacher. So that means there's a sense of don't care.
You know, it's like when it's break time, she always forgets things in the house. She take to pick it up. And by the time maybe she will go back to it.
So the mother allow her to come to the understand. Like if I go to school, there's no way. Joel? Come second in class, sir. Hardworking, respectful, accept the views of others, but you don't respect me. Right?
That's not your one. It's him.
Mayana, stop.
I didn't know you spoke well.
Right? Demonstrate a positive attitude, hardworking. Everything is 1. All the subject you get 1, 90 and up. I just surprised to see the one that come first. Do you know the one who come first? Do you know the child that came first?
Hey, because if it's me now,
You don't know.
maybe it's
This is Gabriel. He came 19 from 49 students. And I know, and the teacher remarks he's not decent. And it is always reported to say that, so he's going to school dirty. Maybe he's not washing his ass either. So that least said we're going to have to change. Because even though he's doing good, the teacher will not push him because he's dirty. This is his 3rd report. He says I'm not a decent child. So he's going to school dirty and filthy. And I can't even speak to the mother about this. I have to speak to the less of a father the most I give to him. As a father, you don't let the child be in school. So the teacher have a perspective of the child like this. The child will fail already. That's why they weren't pushing him. So from 44 to 18, it's all because of what I'm doing. And the report is still saying he's not decent. He's playful, his interest is football. So I would love to ask the teacher if the teacher teach football. If the teacher don't teach football, he should not put that there. Because I sent my child to school for you to teach my child. All right? Joel, the next one, does not pay attention in class. Just like what they did here. And his score came 8. 54 students, 8. 2 4s, the rest are 5. So if he comes in, the entire class fail. Not 1-3, not 1-2, not 1-1. But he also don't pay attention. So what we have is an next Enoch in our hand. Remember Enoch was 20, still going to junior high school? Every time we pass, he was trapping the school. So I bet if I see paper, they'll say his interest is gardening. And Juliana. She come 9. It is 55 students. She come 1-4, all 5s. So that entire class failed it too. Teacher, attitude, quiet in class, conduct, slow. What that mean, no Shabbat? I'm just asking Shaman, because this slow means somebody retarded to me. Slow, Shaman.
So as in, they say, oh, take this little shirt, you slow down, speaking.
So she don't care, lazy. I got your phone.
Not lazy. As even when she's answering questions, slow. And what's in her hands.
Her interest is really, must be serious with her study. So that means she's not doing her homework. She don't care, but she still don't care. So I was speaking and I said, the Minister of Education bring back a rule where they want to be, they said they want to bring back cane in Ghanaian schools. Majority of the people like they want to live. All right? Because the rock man being in senior high school 21 years. What are you going to beat a 21-year-old person? They're going to retaliate. They're going to be more fight in school. So cane in school, when you was going and cane in school, yes, remember that girl that was wrestling that man, that teacher? The teacher could hardly angle her and she was a woman. So imagine now you have a 20-year-old in high school, you want to cane that 20-year-old. Only way we pass now. Yeah, you're going to fight because 20-year-old in the 90s and 20-year-old 2026 is not the same. Because it's going to be hard for you to cane a 15, 16-year-old child in school today. So that's what they're looking towards. And majority Ghanaian, they want it back. So you're not getting beaten home, but you're going to go to school and you're going to get your ass beaten.
Because I remember my science teacher.
It don't matter if you understand. I understand. Indiscipline is everywhere in high school. But if you would kill somebody in American high school, they're going to shoot you. They're going to go home, tell their father, gun, and they're going to come back and put 2 in your hands. And you can even discuss that in Jamaica. When we was going to school, we came to primary level. But in high school, nobody think, remember, we go to high school at 10. We spent 5 years in high school, from grade 7 to grade 11. And no caning up in our high school hours. And I leave like when 96, 95. Started when 90, 91. No caning. So after primary school, that's it. And you cannot see somebody going to high school and say you did caning. So with the direction of Ghanaian education, it will not be good.
Not in high school with the children.
Yes, because the age gap is totally different. So the parents now have to sit down and decide with him. Not the parent, that's the stay on. Our judgment of him is wrong because she said the teachers don't never like him. So the father have to sit down and make a decision what he will do in terms of him going forward. But I could see Shamar bounce back. I cannot see him do it. I just don't care. And the other one in my house, bless him. Y'all see her here. She's like in a different panic. All right, so that's an appearance, but I'm not pleased. If I send my child to school, I send you to learn. I'm paying money for that, for you to better yourself. Because the world coming is not an easy work. When people used to go to school, some never have computer, some never have phones, some never have even a library. No, all of that we have. And we don't read, we don't do And if your daughter don't change, she might be in the 30s. That's where she average now. And I need the report of the teacher's attitude about her. All right? I need that. What they say about her. Because she average mid-30s. There's a teacher from the school called me. What that high school name by Sunday in Abra? Where's this girl? She said 2 years ago was 30,000 Ghana cedis to get a child in there. 2 years ago. 30,000 Ghana cedis they were collecting to get a child in there. So if you pay 30,000, no, it will be 40 or 45. That covers 4 years of college school fee. And that child failed then. What you going to do? You have to eat him after. And we're never able to work and buy a cup of sugar. So it makes sense to just eat it like what white people do to their children. So it's something on the father man to sit and look at what the right decision is. Okay, what's up? But I know you're not pleased with it because I'm not pleased. Because I know I'm capable to do better. Or somebody that can read only come 6 score above blessing that cannot read. Somebody have to break that down to me. There's no way you give him the Bible and will read everything in there. And when it comes to exam, it's not there. But anyway, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Morning meditation. What is the morning meditation? All right, so we continue my morning meditation.
Hey.
I have a question. So those one quotation. Anybody want it? It's a riddle. Okay, nobody wants it. Your hand is up, sir? Come here. Sister Madam, don't put back that shirt, come here. You hear me? Okay. Never wear that shirt again, sir. Okay? God save you. How much stones did David took to kill Goliath? Yeah, what's up? 5. Well done. So you're going to say 2 quotations. Anybody know the reason why? Because the most I tell him you'll kill Goliath, but he went to the river and he took 5 stones. Why? Why 5? When you know 1 will do the job. If anybody tell me this, no quotation. All right, that's it. All right, Shabbat Shalom. We want to look at a topic today. Get me Shama, Matthew 27. Before you get to Matthew 27, get me 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel, get 1 Samuel 17, verse 40 first.
For 1 Samuel 17, verse 40.
When you get it second,
1 Samuel 17, verse 40, come. For 1 Samuel 17, verse 40.
read.
And he took a staff in his hand.
So you have a staff in his hand. Read.
And chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook.
So you chose, you go to the water and you take 5 smooth stones. Read on.
Out of the brook and put them in the shepherd's bag which he had, even in a square.
And what was in the shepherd's bag?
Square.
See, young boy. You see what he have with him? His Bible. That was his sword. See that? He was walking with it. Read.
And a sling was in his hand,
Uh-huh.
and he drew near to the Philistine.
So his sling, which is his catapult, we call it catapult. And he took those 5 small stones and put it in his bag. And what was within his bag? His script. Very important. So get 2 Samuel 21:22, no Shemai. Let's see when take up here. 2 Samuel 21:22. Let's see when take up 5 stones.
2 Samuel chapter 21.
When one could do the job, why you take up 5?
Because 2 Samuel 21, verse 22.
What it said?
These 4 were born to the giants in Gath.
So these 4 was what?
Were born to the giants in Gath.
And what happened?
And fell by the hand of David.
So you see what happened? Goliath have 4 other brothers. His parents have 5 children. So when David go to the brook, when David take up one and said, this is for Goliath, he take up a next one and said, this is for the other brother if he come to defend him. And this is for the other brother if he come to defend him. And this is for the other brother if he come to defend him. Because what David's vision was to wipe out the whole family. So it never happened the same day, but he still went and destroyed all of them. Read on.
These 4 were born to the giants in Gath,
Mhm.
and fell by the hand of David,
Mhm.
and by the hand of his servants.
See that? So when they tell David killed Goliath the giant, he killed others too. You have more to it? That's it. Because when you read further up, it tells you that each of them have 6 hands, 6 fingers, 6 toes, not 6 hands. 6 fingers on each hand, 6 toes on each feet. So they were all giants. That was Goliath's brothers. So from the most I see go there and say, listen, this young boy is serious. So he was thinking beyond Goliath. After I destroy him, I know his brother will come and do what? Avenge him. So it was a stone for each one. So although they never retaliate that day in terms of shock and fear, he still went to do what? To destroy. Huh? All right. Matthew 27, verse 25.
Matthew 27, verse number 5. Now, from the 6th hour,
How much o'clock is the 6th hour? The back? Huh? 3. Okay. Read on. I shall write.
Matthew 27, verse number 45. Now, from the 6th hour,
What's the 6th hour, Sister Bana? 12 o'clock. Well done. Read on.
now from the 6th hour, there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour.
So how long was there darkness for?
Just the switch as you know,
Mayan?
3 hours.
3 hours. So what was taking place here? What do you think was happening here? Mayan?
Eclipse.
Yes. Why darkness? When the darkness come, what happened? It was a solar eclipse, but what was taking place? This was the darkest hours in the Bible. What was happening? What was taking place? The death of YAHAWAH. What else? Mayana?
New beginning.
Okay. Anybody? All right. Because the church teach that at this time, the Most High left, the Father left the Son, right? I think the church tells us something because they call it the 3 darkest hours of the world, right? So the church let you know that what happened, the Most High leave YAHAWAH. So that's why they come down and said, he said, Father, why have thou forsaken me? Because the Most High left them, right?
Yeah.
That's what the church teach. You understand me? But we're going to find out today what this darkness represents. And then you'll find out that what the church tried to do. Get me this one, Jeremiah 23:21. Quickly.
Jeremiah 23, verse number 21. I have not sent these prophets.
What the Bible said?
I have not sent these prophets.
But what happened?
Yet they run.
Yet they what?
They run.
They run, read.
I have not spoken to them.
And what happened?
Yet they prophesy.
And what?
They prophesy.
Read on.
But if they have stood in my counsel,
If they stood there,
in my counsel,
nobody wants to take counsel. The Most High said these prophets and pastors, they stood in his counsel, what would have happened?
and had caused my people to hear my words,
And caused black people to do what?
hear his words,
What would happen?
then they should have turned them from their evil way.
You see that? Then you'll be turned from your evil way. But read on.
Then they should have turned them from their evil way and from the evil of their doing. And am I a power at hand, said the Most High, and not a power far off?
Read.
Can any hide himself in secret places and eyes shall not see him?
Look at this. Look at this. The Bible said he sees everything. Nobody can hide from him. That you cannot find him. And when I give you the books and to go over, I give you them to see if certain things you don't like. Right? Elizabeth, that's the final time, and Shamar cannot get up again. She get up twice already, but YAHAWAH was doing his meditation. I don't want you to disappear like Christina did. So I have to keep command.
Jeremiah 23 verse.
21. Right? So read 21 again, Shamar.
Jeremiah 23 verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
I have not sent these prophets,
What happened?
yet they run.
Yet they what?
Run. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesy.
So read, go back to Matthew 27:45 again, sir.
Go to Matthew 27 verse 45. Now for a set hour there was darkness over all the land unto the ninth hour.
So what was taking place here? What time YAHAWAH go on the cross?
Because Yahweh wasn't sending them from the other. Oh, I was not right.
He was there now, right? And then all of a sudden he was there on the cross. And darkness come. And I'm asking the children of YAHAWAH, what was taking place there? And nobody will answer me. Yes, Shamar?
When we were in Egypt, the darkness came to them the first one of the Egyptians that they will use the blood of the priests.
Yeah, you're giving me a scenario, but what is the darkness?
Angel of the dead.
Get Exodus 20, Shamar. Go, Deacon. Get Exodus 20. I'm just showing you something. Quickly, Exodus 20, when I get it second, verse 18. Hold on, why? They fear, right? Because when the lightning and thunder flash, I see you Ghanaian running up and down. Right? So just imagine what was taking place here. But you have not seen nothing yet. Read verse 19.
They said unto Moses,
Mm-hmm.
Speak thou with us,
Read.
and we will hear.
Uh-huh.
And then the power speak with us, is with them.
What they said?
Let the Most High speak with us.
Because whatever they see there, they were fearful. Keep in mind what they see: lightning, thunder, and trumpets. Read on.
Moses said unto the people, Fear not.
What Moses said them not to do?
Fear not.
So why do you afraid and why are you scared when night comes? So I tell you, I get up at 3 o'clock and I walk. If darkness was my fear, I'll conquer it.
That's right.
Because I will tell you, people when they see me, they run, they disappear. Because when I walk with a chain and roll my leg too for weeks. So you will hear the chain like a rolling car. So with all this happening, Moses said, fear not. Read on.
The power has come to prove you.
What Moses said?
The power has come to prove
The
you.
Most High come to check you. All what I see are here was lightning, thunders, trumpets. That's what they hear. They never see nothing. Read on. So by we hearing all those noise, Moses said, you will know that YAHAWAH is real and we don't sin. But 21 is a key. And look what 21 fit with Matthew 27. Read 21.
And the people stood afar off,
The people stood afar off, read.
and Moses drew near.
So all along, when the church tell her the Most High left YAHAWAH, the Most High came close to YAHAWAH. What father left the son? And that's why everything in life is a learning process. What father left a son? When there was a short there, what type of father was he? Was he a father of light or darkness? Think about it. You was created in Yahweh image. Was he there to smile? So if you want to give a horror of him there, it might be black, darkness, right? So all of a sudden, when Christianity teach you that the Most High, the Father left, but the Bible letting you know the Father did what? He came closer. And we don't even go in the Greek. So let's run through it and then we go in the Greek to see what the word darkness there means and what's the meaning of it. So read verse 21 again, Shamak.
Exodus 20, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the people stood afar off.
The people stood, so this is what they see. Joshua them giving records of something that they see. What taking place?
And Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where the Most High was.
So Moses dwelled in the thick darkness. And who was in that thick darkness?
The Most High.
So at the 6th hour, which I almost said 12 o'clock at noon, but at the 6th hour, when the darkness come over the land, when everybody that was with him, where was the disciples? And one day, we will show you why John have to stay there. That was a prophecy that you will see. When everybody run left the king, guess who came here to comfort him? So you see, we deal with the veil. Didn't we deal with the veil? Right. So what was the veil protecting? Behind the veil was what? Darkness, right? And when Yahushua gave up the spirit, the veil break. What I want you to understand, Yahushua was what? Sacrificial lamb, right? Passover time, atonement time, where do we used to sacrifice for, especially for atonement? In the temple, right?
Yes.
The priest were the holiest of holies, right?
Yes.
But all of a sudden now, the sacrifice was where? Outside. And where the Spirit of the Most High was? Outside. Because what Yahushua said, when we don't have no temple, that have to fulfill. Get me first King Shaman? Because I know you will, I know you're not with me, but I will scream. You can get me. First Kings 8, Shaman? Verse 12.
Book of 1 Kings 8, verse 12.
Read.
Then spake Solomon.
What Solomon did?
Moses said that he would dwell in the thick darkness.
So Solomon here? No, read verse 1. First Kings 8, verse 1.
1 Kings 8, verse 1.
Yes.
Then Solomon assembled the of Israel,
And you assembly who?
the elders.
Always the elders.
That's right.
Nobody will be assembled before the leaders. Right? Read on.
And all the heads of the tribes,
Mm-hmm.
the chief of the fathers of the children of Israel,
Read on.
to King Solomon in Jerusalem.
And to who?
King Solomon in Jerusalem.
Uh-huh.
And they might bring up the ark of the covenant of the Most High out of the city of David, which is Zion.
Mm-hmm.
And all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto King Solomon at the feast in the month of Zion,
Mm-hmm.
which is the 7th month.
So what month is it on in the Bible?
7th month.
So what feast was in this month? Huh? Yeah, but let's go before that. Shamak said it, atonement, so you will get two quotations. Atonement. So that's the biggest feast in the 7th month. That's the day when all Israel get to do what? To atone for their sins. Right? Can? Right? We have trumpets too. But this was major. So Solomon made sure he finished the temple before the 7th month. Right? Verse 3.
And all the elders of Israel came, and the priests took up the ark.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought up the ark of the Most High and the tabernacle of the congregation.
Mm-hmm.
And all the holy vessels that were in the tabernacle. Even those did the priests and the Levites bring up.
Read on.
And King Solomon and all the congregation of Israel that were assembled unto him were with him before the ark, sacrificing sheep and oxen.
Mm-hmm.
I could not be told nor numbered for multitude.
Plenty. Plenty. Read.
And the priests brought in the ark of the covenant of the Most High unto his place,
Mm-hmm.
to the oracle of the house, the most holy place.
The most what?
Holy place.
Read on.
Even under the weights of the children.
So the wings of the cherubims, it's not like this. It was a total different things and manufacturing. All right? Read on.
But the cherubim spread forth their 2 wings
Mm-hmm.
over the place of the ark.
So you see that? They've spread forth. Like here to maybe down by the taxi stand. Right? Read on.
And the cherubims covered the ark, and the safes thereof above.
Mm-hmm.
And they drew out the safes, that the ends of the safes were seen out in the holy place before the oracle, and they were not seen without. And there they are unto this day.
Exactly. Read on.
There was nothing in the ark save the 2 tables of stone which Moses put there as order.
Mm-hmm.
When the Most High made a covenant with the children of Israel, when they came out of the land of Egypt.
Mm-hmm. So the commandments was in the ark. Right? Read on.
And it came to pass, when the priests were come out of the holy place, that the cloud filled the house of the Most High.
So you see when they put the ark in there?
Um,
So that's why when you look up fringe in the Bible, fringe means the same thing as wing. So you don't wear fringes on your clothes, you're not even, they tell you remember of what the commandments. But it's the same meaning for the word cherubims. So when that woman with issue of blood, when she hold on to the fringe, she hold on to the wings. So you don't even see Psalms 91 fulfilling. But one day you will see. As he said, under the wings, he saved it. So if you want to hold on to it, one day we'll go there. All right? What verse you Shema?
verse number 11.
Read.
So that the priest could not stand to minister before
Look
us
at that.
cloud.
So they bring the ark in the room. And when they bring the ark, they say the spirit of YAHAWAH coming. And what the priests have to do? Have to fight. Have to get out. Right? Read on.
So that the priest could not stand to minister before us the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
For the glory of the Most High had filled the house of the Most High.
What take place? But read verse 12 now, because the priests could not understand it. They could not stay there. But hear what the wisest man in the planet said. Read what Solomon said.
Then spake Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
Most High said, as he would dwell in the tent.
So that they tell you to fear all your life. The Most High say, I'm there. The Most High said what? When do he come to talk to you? He said when you're sleeping, right? In the midst of the night, because your eye cannot see the glory of it. If he come in the day, how can you see the glory? That's why when you read Revelation, he said there will be no light there, or the sun or the moon. Because guess who is there? He's there. He's the light. Let me show you something. Over here, get Genesis 1 and 2. Look at this. It's not, that's why I tell you, I can bring up Genesis 1 to you. Because Genesis 1 and 1 might take a whole 2-3 hours class. So let's look at Genesis 1 verse 2.
The book of Genesis 1, verse 2.
What it said?
And the earth was without form.
So the earth was not even invented yet. The earth was nothing yet. And what was there?
And void. And darkness.
And what?
Darkness.
What was there?
Darkness.
Really?
Was upon the face of the deep.
So who was dwelling in darkness? Let's hear what Solomon said. Not Solomon, it's Ezra, 2nd Ezra 6. Let me get that. Get 2 Ezra 6 and hold it. When I get 2 Ezra 6, I can. Where you at, John? Get it. Just read verse 36. I need 39, but let's read it out for you to see what it's talking about. Read on.
2 Ezra chapter 6, verse number 36.
Uh-huh.
And the 8th night was my heart vexed within me again.
Mm-hmm.
I began to speak before the Most High.
Read.
For my spirit was greatly set on fire,
Mm-hmm.
and my soul was in distress.
So that's when you reach a certain level of understanding and you study. And then even Job said, this is too much for me to bear. Can Job talk about the darkness too? Job speak about the darkness too. And even that is too much to tell you today. I can assure you. But I can go to Job 12, Job 38, Job 27. He speak about that darkness. So something that they have to fear all their life. Nothing wrong with fearing it. But you have to understand that's the creator. We're not holy enough to look up on him.
No.
So he cannot present himself to us. If he come here, we have to leave.
No.
We cannot be in the same place. So we might go back to Matthew 27 and see what take place within that 3 hours. And why it said 3. See that?
No.
Read, sir.
Verse 37. For my spirit was greatly set on fire, and my soul was in distress.
Read on.
And I said, O Master, thou speakest from the beginning of the creation.
So what Ezra said the Most High did? He speaks from the beginning of what? The creation. So it's not the beginning of a world. It's the beginning of what? The creation. Because the darkness was there. The spirit was there. Wasn't the spirit there with the darkness? When you read Genesis 1 and 2, they were there. And I don't even reach Proverbs 8 for man to break it down for me yet. You struggle with Proverbs 3. You don't even reach 8. Read, sir.
Even the first day, and said thus.
What verse we have?
Verse 38.
Uh-huh.
Let heaven and earth be made, and thy word was perfect word.
So you see that? He said on the first day, he said, let heaven and earth be made. And what happened? It was made. Everything was perfect. It was made. Right? 39 now. That's where I want.
And then was the spirit.
What Ezra said was there?
And then was the spirit.
Is this the same spirit that's supposed to guide us? And what was there with the spirit?
And darkness.
And what?
Darkness.
Read on.
And silence.
Read.
Where on every side.
Read on.
The sound of man's voice was not yet formed.
They were there even before we came from the ocean. Because the sun and moon was created the 4th day. So what light was there too? Read Father, you want to read it, read it.
Then commandest thou a fair light to come forth out of thy treasures.
And who was that? That's the first day. We don't reach the 2nd day yet. So that's why when I speak about Genesis 1, that's why they will never make a movie about Genesis 1. They weren't there and they don't understand it. So what they will do, they'll watch what we teach and patch it piece by piece to try to create something. But the Most High will not have it so. Because not everything we might teach for the cameras.
That's right.
It's not everything we might teach for. Read.
Then commandest thou a fair light to come forth out of thy treasures,
Mhm.
that thy work might appear.
And the strange light now, he want to make it be perfect. He appear upon it. So can we go back to Matthew 27? And let's see who is with me or who is not with me. Has something what Christianity are your fear. And that to show you the Christians, they don't know the Bible. That to show you they don't know the Bible. I can go beyond that too. Get me that shaman. The book of Psalms 18, verse 9.
Book of Psalms 18,
Let us get it. Let me get it second. Psalms 18, verse 9. Read.
Book of Psalms 18, verse 9. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet.
Look, you see that? Do you see that? He created the earth. He leave the heavens, and when he came down, what was there? Darkness. But that's not even the best of it. Read on. I know you read Psalm 18 every day, right?
That's right.
No, you read it every day. Read.
Verse 10. And it rode upon a cherub, and did fly. Yea, it did fly upon the wings of the wind.
So you see that? So in the night, all those chariots when they show you and call you UFO, what do you think taking place? And when do you see those chariots? If it come in the day, what do I have to you? Because Ezekiel tells you it's a spinning fire. Ezekiel says SAITH is a spinning wheel and it's all fire. So if it come in the day, who would be in here now? But you see, because of lack of understanding, our people destroy. See that? This is the book that they gave to us. And I hear even Muslim in Africa, in Ghana here, which I just want to tell them Kwasia and Manna, I just want to hurt their feelings. They tell them about King James Bible. Without knowledge, when King James translated the Bible, was Jesus in the Bible? You see how stupid they are? You see how foolish they are? So let them present themselves. We go to meet one radio program and we said, come and sit and debate us. People call threatening me, I must be careful what I'm saying. I'm not being careful of nothing. Because I know the light and I know the darkness.
That's right.
So I don't have to be careful of nothing. And the same Bible says, if YAHAWAH is for you, who can come against you?
That's right.
We hear about the prison door open at night. What takes place in the book of Acts? That when the prison door open at night, even Peter them said, we will not come out. Because the prisoner was shot to death. What was there made the prisoner almost lose his life? He couldn't move. When the angel removed the stone, what was there made those Roman soldiers run, fled away, and never came back? What did they see in that night? So we can go beyond and beyond and beyond. That's why the Bible said when we read this, we cannot think like the mortal man no more. We cannot think like the natural man no more. Because when your God comes to meet you, it's not the picture what Christianity show with a couple white angels in the air flying to you. That's not what's going to happen that day. And if you don't know this day, what's going to happen to you? Read verse 18 and 10 again, Shaman.
Psalms 18, verse number 10. And rode upon a cherub and did fly. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind.
Read verse 11. That's what I want, I think.
He made darkness his secret place.
What the Most High did?
He made darkness his
When you
secret
look at the
place.
secret place in the Hebrew, it means the covering. He made darkness his covering place. So what was taking place in Matthew 27, verse 45? That 3 hours, when everybody left, what father who left the son? And the lying Christians tell you the Most High disappeared. What were they looking for? He left himself, he left him. Read verse 11 again, sir.
He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds.
Mhm.
The skies.
That is what?
The skies.
Mm-hmm.
And the brightness that was before him is thick clouds past,
Mm-hmm.
hailstones and coals of fire.
So you tell him now, who is before him? Who is on his right hand? And he's the light, right? So when the darkness come and pass, he subdue all that light to show you how great Yahweh is. So that's why I will be what you choose, Israel. Which version you choose. And this is what Yahawashi was warning us about. Be careful of who destroy both the spirit and the body. Why God is going to be good? There's one is good. Because mighty as Yahawashi is, when Yahweh roll up, you don't see his light no more. So why God is going to be good? It's one good. You have to know the holiest of holiest room in Israel. That was the darkest room in the temple. And the priest was only commanded to go there once a day. Once a year. And who dwell in the darkest room in Israel? So you see when the 3 hours when the darkness come, it was never Yahweh leaving. It was Yahweh coming out. Because the sacrifice was outside. And he came to watch. Yahweh shall take this cup away from me. Yahweh. Brothers, when Abraham bring Isaac to sacrifice, Isaac, where was Abraham? Who bound Isaac and put him on the pillow? So the father was been there all the time. So why the church could not figure this out, brothers and sisters? Think about it. So shall I go back to Matthew 27, verse 45. I gave you a scholar once. This never revealed to you, sir? That's why I say, I don't have to seek no man. If you use about Yahweh, you should find me.
That's right.
That's the only way. Read.
The book of Matthew 27, verse 45.
Mm-hmm.
Now from the 6th hour there was darkness,
Mm-hmm.
but all the land unto the 9th hour.
So now we understand what that 3 hours, what was taking place, right? Whoever met that leaving. Right? Get me Hebrews, Shaman. 13, Indian scripture, and 5. Hebrews 13 and 5. Get it?
From Hebrews 13, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Let your conversation be without covetousness,
Mm-hmm.
and be content with such things as ye have.
Mm-hmm.
For he had said,
What he said?
I will never leave thee,
I will never what?
leave thee, nor forsake thee.
So the prince was dying, and the king separated himself. Think about it. If he said he will never leave us, he will always be with us. So why don't you look up that in the Greek for me? Matthew 27, 45, what the Greek said. Right? Give him 2 John 1 and 1, Shaman.
It was in John chapter 1,
Mm-hmm. Verse 1.
verse 1. In the beginning was the Word.
What the Bible said?
In the beginning was the Word.
Mm-hmm.
And the Word was with Moses.
Uh-huh.
And the Word was power.
Read.
The same was in the beginning with Moses.
Mm-hmm.
All things were made by him.
All right, jump to verse 5. Verse John 1 and 5.
Verse number 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the light shineth in darkness.
Now what happened?
And the darkness
So
comprehended it.
now I'm going to show you the two different meaning of darkness. Because we on the earth, we were the one that was in darkness. Because guess what we forget? Guess what we forget? Yes, but what did we forget? Huh? Love. we forget Ezekiel. Not Ezekiel, Exodus 20, verse 18. How could we forget that? After the commandments, Moses went to the Most High. What room did Moses go into to see the Most High? How did we forget that? And this was just on Sinai. When you read Exodus 20:21, he said, Moses walked into the thick darkness. To do what? To who? How did we forget that, brothers and sisters? When Solomon built the kingdom of the temple and dedicated to the Most High, the priests have to leave. And they were confused. And Solomon had to explain to them. And how could Solomon get that knowledge to explain to them? Because the Most High went to him. And then what did Solomon ask for? Not money, not wealth. So by then, Solomon had the wisdom of all things. So it was Solomon's duty to explain to the priests, say, listen, this is the glory of the Most High. Where do we dwell? No, we dwell in here. You can go in here. And it's just a dark room. Dark room. The holiest of holiest was the darkest room in Israel. And guess who lived there? How we forget these things? So that church people can use us like how they are abusing us. Get Joshua Shaman. Joshua the first chapter and 5. Joshua 1 and 5, I think. 1 and 8, tell it. 1 and 5 to 8. Yes, it's 1 and 5. Joshua 1 and 5.
Joshua 1.
Whenever you get Matthew 27 in the Greek, let me know. And look up Exodus 20:21 in the Hebrew. Joshua 1 and 8, Shaman, 1 and 5.
Oh, Joshua 1 verse 5.
What it said?
There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life.
Why?
As I was with Moses.
So you see what the Most High telling Joshua? The Most High said, I was with Moses, so I'm going to be with you. And Joshua was telling us as a people, if we stand with the Most High, guess what the Most High will do? He will stand for us. Really?
So I will be with thee. I will not fail thee or forsake thee.
So you see that? So if the Most High giving all this command to prophets, that he will never fail us or leave us, how could he left YAHAWAH? And I want to know the first pastor that come up with that understanding. I want to know him where I can call him to his program, I can go to his church, and I can tell him he's a damn liar. Where are they? Read on.
Verse number 6. Be strong and of a good courage.
And we have to be strong. Because some way down the line, our ancestors lose their way. So we have to be strong, and we have to be courageous. Really?
For the inheritance, the land, be strong enough for good courage, for unto these people shall thou divide one inheritance, the land, which I swore unto their fathers to give them.
Really?
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
So when the Bible says we're going into a land that's filled with milk and honey, what was the meaning of that? What was in the land that the Most High said, I'll give you this land, and it went full with milk and honey? What the milk represent? What was in the land that we call the milk land? What substance? It was so clear that the Most High said, I've given this land, it's filled with milk and honey. No. You tell her the gold was somewhere else. When you read Genesis, it said gold was in different land, not in the garden. Here, no. You talk about milk, you talk about water. It's right there. What was YAHAWAH? What was YAHAWAH? What animal it represent? The land was filled with sheep and goats. They were in that land plenty. What was in Egypt, Jordan? Camels. But the land of Canaan was renowned for having a lot of goats and sheep. What did Abraham and Lot have? Plenty. That they have to part in. Think, brothers. So most I say, I'm giving you a land, you will have all the milk you can drink. All the cheese you can eat. When you go to Israel now, what's the most animalistic here today? Huh? That's what the land we know for. Everybody that prays sheep and goat in the land, they have plenty. The land we known for that. Sometimes you look, you don't even know what they're eating. And they are fat, right? Right. Then the side of the street, you will look, what the hell are you eating? Because the only thing we see is dirt. So the land we're known for that. Other countries, it's sand, so they have plenty camels. And Egypt renowned for what animal? Crocodile. But the land of Canaan renowned for sheep. That's why you have shepherds out at night watching the animals. All right, where you at, Chama? Somebody have anything to Greek? Okay, it's a network problem. Read, where you at, Chama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Joshua 1:7, go.
Only be thou strong and very courageous,
Mm-hmm.
and thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee.
So you see that? We have to do all what Moses commanded us. Did we do that? Even today, look at us.
That's right.
Some of us will be here today, but where your mind is, where your mentality is. Read on.
Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
And that was our biggest downfall. We asked for a king, right? Right? Even now, look who we end up with. I see some minister, like a sharp Muslim man, look at a 9-year-old, say you're very beautiful, I want to marry you. You're going to be my wife. Yeah, keep talking about it, keep thinking down. Just imagine somebody do that to my daughter. And you have foolish people in Ghana said nothing wrong with it. It's okay, that's your culture. And I know a lot of you might be here to feel that, but it's not right. It's not right. How am I going to send a 9-year-old child to school to learn? And some minister, because I think he's in parliament, he's in Jubilee House, like a sharp Muslim man. When go and look, I'm going to marry you, and all the children, and they're laughing. What do you do to that little child? Eh? And that's why slavery was so big in Africa. Because who first we see doing those slave trade? The Arabs. They did that for 1,500 years. So when they come and they put Muslim Islam among us, now we have what? Tribal war. So we take up those dirty Arabs' deeds. And that's why I'm trying to find Ghana, what Ghana is. I remember when I come here, I used to ask Mayana, what music Ghanaians sing? I hear Stonebwoy trying to do reggae. I hear Shakawali trying to do reggae. In Jamaica, we just do reggae. We're not doing nobody music. You will not hear Jamaican doing Spanish music. So when I come here, I want to know what your culture is, what your music, what's the name? Because me them call chef rapper. One of them, they say, is a rapper, Ghanaian rapper. So what is Ghanaian music? So where did we lose our way? That in our school, we don't know if it's a Christian society or an Islam society. Why Arabic is in our school? No Chinese join. When even our Bada, Abraham Torre, said France is not the original language of coded of working on gospel no more. He says their local language, what the upper Volta was speaking. He said that's the local language. We changed from French. Even the military uniform that they gave us, we want our own military uniform. And it's purple, red, and blue, right? So I definitely know some people here will wear it. And that's why when I see it, I say, look at this. Who led you to use purple, red, and blue for the military uniform? Flesh and blood never revealed that to you. Oh, ironically that is. He said we're changing from those green camouflage. And our military uniform is purple, red, and blue. And I said, look at that. Even last night I was speaking to a sister, I know she's watching, and she said, Elder, what do you think about him? I said, pray for him. Because you see the thing that he's doing? He give the younger generation ambition. So the younger generation will have a role model who to look up to. Not Nanako father, he should be in prison. Not my mama, he should be in prison too. A leader that loves black people.
That's right.
And he can come and take his country over and say, we will not pay the British. And you know what we do? There's no political party here. We people black people. Out of all these presidents, Ghana, Nigeria, all these presidents, which president is the most feared and the most respected in Africa? If it's not Tory in Burkina Faso. So the younger generation, they have a role model to look up to. So that's why I tell the sister last night, I said, let us pray for him. Before he opened his mouth, I like his statue, I like his posture, and I like what he has to say about black people. I love it. So these are the red brother here, they have something to look up to. Africa don't have a leader to look up to from Gaddafi was murdered. Read on, sir.
Verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous. Thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee.
Read on.
Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
So we should never leave it, read.
That thou mayest prosper wherever thou goest.
So the Bible said wherever we go, we should what? Prosper. We will survive. If we don't leave it, if we don't turn from it. But what did we do? Read on.
This book of the law shall
What Joshua said?
This book of the law
What should happen to it?
shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Out of your what?
Thy mouth.
Read on.
And thou shalt meditate every day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
And that's what happened. We don't meditate on it no more. Because we have TikTok,
That's right.
we have Snapchat, we have Facebook, we have Instagram. So from one website to the next one.
That's right.
So you know what come out of your mouth? The word of the Creator. So when we come out, we have no understanding to it. We don't know what it said. When YAHAWAH tell us that only He is speaking to us in parables. So go back to Matthew now, sir. 27:45. You find some stand, some are read.
Matthew chapter 27, verse 45. The Greek text literally means that from the 6th hour to the 9th hour, 3 p.m., darkness came over all the land. In the biblical Greek, this supernatural darkness symbolizes divine judgment.
Meaning what?
Divine judgment.
So when they tell you that the spirit of YAHAWAH left, no, he draw closer. He draw closer. And he marked everybody that was saying, crucify, crucify. It marked, what do you think someone will be like where we are today? So when they tell you, that's what? He left. Why would Christianity lie like that? If you don't know something, you don't know. But they're the one that call it the three darkest hours in man's history. Is the Most High left the sun. But YAHAWAH tell us, even Paul tell us in Hebrews 13:5, He will never leave us. Joshua tell us He will never forsake us. And how far could the Most High be when YAHAWAH said, into your hand I command my spirit? How far could somebody be for you to say something like that? That means you're looking at it, right?
Yes.
And you say, okay, YAHAWAH, take it. I come in. You remember I gave you the history of Psalms 31? It used to be a what prayer? When we used to read it? Night. Why just see us and then tell us that's the Psalms used to read before we go further? Read, ma'am.
This supernatural darkness symbolizes divine judgment, grief, and YAHAWAH's saving place during the crucifixion.
The Greek word for darkness is what? Sokotos?
Yes.
What's the meaning? Look up according to the Bible, what's the meaning of Socrates? And then you get me in Exodus, in Exodus 20. So continue, Shamak, until she find it. And you can believe what I said, but I want you to read and prove it yourself. And always remember the Bible is a transformation book. And the Most High make it happen like this for a reason and a purpose. And this was not something for everybody to find. The Bible says you must search. Then you will find. You have it? Read.
The Greek word Socrates means darkness, gloom, or obscurity. In ancient texts and in the New Testament, it also functions as a metaphor for spiritual blindness.
Metaphor for what?
Spiritual blindness.
So you see that? So who was there could not see. That's why they come back and they tell them what? Darkness was there. And right after that, the centurion said, surely this is what? The son of Yahawah. So it was for some to be blind and some to what? See. Read on.
Ignorance or the absence of light.
So get Exodus 20:21 in the Hebrew. And it might give you a different Greek word and Hebrew word, and then we'll look up that. So go back to 27, 45, Shamak, and did you find it?
Once you finish up verse 45.
Mm-hmm.
Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour.
Really?
And about the 9th hour Yahushua cried with a loud voice, saying,
Mm-hmm.
I just
So
say,
even that, no, we have to go in that too. Because everything that they tell about Yahushua from day one, it was not true. They give you a history about Jesus, not Yahushua. They give you a history about the Greek God, not the Israel power. So that's why in Africa you have people in the graveyard looking for him on Easter. See the difference? So go back to Jeremiah 23:21 again, Shaman, until someone trying to move on.
Jeremiah 23,
Mm-hmm.
verse number 21.
Really?
I have not sent these prophets.
What the Bible said?
I have not sent these
The Most
prophets.
High said, I never sent them. I have never sent them. I show you this one when even the man that marched to give him the mic, you have to bow to give this pastor the mic. Hmm? See that? They have to act like fools in the church for this pastor. So the Most High said, I did not send them. Real?
Yes, they run.
Yet they what?
Run.
They do it quickly. Because you know church is the quickest way for black people to make money. Really?
I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesy.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have stood in my counsel,
If they just did listen, counsel. If they just did patience in the counsel. Really?
and have caused my people to hear my words,
And they caused black people to hear the true word of Yahawah. Really?
then they should have turned them from their evil ways.
Then we would have turned the black man and the black woman. Look at today. How many funerals are being done today? And tomorrow church will be full. All those people like this who walk to the church will die. Because we have to go over the gnashing of teeth, the wailing and mourning and gnashing of teeth. We don't even reach there yet. What the meaning of that? All those people in those that you see will show up in church tomorrow will die. Finish it up, sir.
I have not sent these prophets, yet they run. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesy.
Really?
But if they have stood in my counsel and have caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned from their evil way, from the evil of their doing.
And that's why we tell you. That's why you have to be changed. We have to change ourselves. That's what holy means. You have to be set apart. You find it, someone? Stand and read what you have.
In Exodus 20, verse 21, the people stand far off in fear, while Moses draw near to the thick darkness where Yahawah is. So it's breaking its word by word. The people, they choose to stay back because they are afraid of Yahweh's loud voice and temper. Then far off or at a distance.
What's the Hebrew word for darkness? Arifat. You don't see that there? Look up what the Hebrew word for darkness is. Yeah, look up the meaning. What's the meaning of Arifat?
Darkness. Gloom or dense cloud. Represents the hidden, outspring, and unapproachable holiness.
So you see what it said? It's approachable, unapproachable. Holiness of Yahweh. So that's what Moses walked into. And when you read, if you go to 1 Kings, it's the same Arafat. A darkness that approaching you. So just imagine you walking on one night and you drink some and then you see this darkness coming towards you. You know the white man to do movie like Father and all this show. You walk in them, you never come back and disappear. So even they enhance it for you to be fearful. Because when you look up black in the dictionary, black means darkness, black don't mean nothing good, right? So now Shema, let me St. John 8, verse 12.
St. John 8, verse 12.
Yes?
Then speak Yahushua again unto them.
What Yahushua said?
I am the light of the world.
What Yahushua say is?
The light of the world.
Read on.
He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness.
So what this talking about? What this is talking about? Yahushua said, you follow me. You shall be saved when that darkness comes. Because as Shemar said, when that darkness reached into Egypt, who was in it? Who was the one that said, I'm hard in fear of heart? Because I'm killing all these firstborn sons. So when that darkness reached up into Egypt, what was the light on the doorpost? What was the light on the doorpost? When that house of light and Egypt filled with darkness. What light will save us when that darkness comes? Where can we hide from it? And just remember, Yahawashi was always a sacrifice, the blood. From Isaac, it was Yahawashi. So that blood on our post was who? And that prevents us from when that darkness comes. Show me one person in the Bible that Satan killed. The church will tell us that Satan is the devil, is bad. There's one person in the Bible that he killed. And I can show you a million that the Most High killed. What was the light for that darkness not to come inside that house? And it was on the doorpost. And anybody never put that light on the doorpost. What happened to that house? You be the judge. And that's why the blood is red, and that's why it's scarlet. It must be visible. It must be seen. You see where you put it on your doorpost. So when something comes and they just see that light there, guess what they do? Because remember, when the Most High Present came in Egypt, no light was on. Everything was this. It was only one house party and singing and rejoicing was in. And what did the darkness tell Moses? Nobody go outside. Because in Egypt, light was one place. And it was where Yahawashi was. One place. Moses said, people don't even leave your house and step outside. Because something was going to be outside that you could not comprehend. Yeah? Exactly. He said it was not one house in Egypt where somebody was crying. And he said even the beasts. So what little Rex and Lassie outside did? But when that darkness come in, somebody going to cry. So read what Yahushua said. Get 9:5, John 9 and 5.
We'll say John 9, verse number 5.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I am in the world.
What Yahushua said?
As long as I am in the world.
And how is he in the world? We're teaching him. We teach. You get him today. You get him today. Read on.
I am the light of the world.
He's the what?
The light of the world.
So why when he was on the cross crucified, the world was in darkness? Because when he left, what is coming? When he left, what is coming? When he's not here, what is coming? Now when the darkness called him, he have to go. And then the darkness say, okay, you can sit right here, I'm coming back. He said no straight to nobody.
Elder, so the darkness is still Yahweh, not YAHAWAH.
No, the Most High, the Creator. And we might go to Revelation 20 for you to see something.
So what did he come to?
In Egypt,
No. When Yahweh died.
whatever our Father come to do. When Sister Vanna here, everything is a teaching process. I learn from everything. When I'm on job and verses 1. Do anybody remember Sister Vanna how did the Father react? And he said he was angry. So even if the Father cannot take the pain off, a Father do what the Father do. He always show. A good Father will always show. Even though he cannot do nothing.
That's right.
So I know when I ask that question, you just look at it and just say, what ways am I that? But I don't forget. You remember that, Sister Vanna?
Hey.
And I advise you that I'll be angry too. A father don't have no power and strength when there was supposed to be Africa. But always show, but he was what? Angry. So it was no night. It was no light. Your whole expression is dark.
That's right.
So a father will do what a good father always do, show up. Because we were created in his image. Do you understand me?
That's right.
So the problem now, we lose all that power because our parents sin, they never teach us, because their parents were sin, never teach us. So now we coming back to the light now. So that's why the Bible said the day of YAHAWAH is what? Luminous, darkness. Can? Great Shema. Get me Luke 12:28. Yes, just what I just quoted. Read Luke 12:28 when the fire is come.
Luke 12, verse 28. Luke 12, verse 28. If then Most High so clothe the grass, which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith?
And that was our biggest problem. We don't believe. We don't believe in none of these things. Do you understand me? And the Bible said for that, we have what? Little faith. We're faithless. All right? Read on.
And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind.
You see that? And that's our biggest problem. We have doubt. So we worry about if YAHAWAH should eat now, that we're going to stand up at the station with a bucket and they go and say, "Punch up, please," right, YAHAWAH? Yes. Because people have doubt. Because people think they're the one feeding themselves. That's why we're reading Ezekiel last week, because I said, I know if I have Shamar, Ishamar for those gold bracelets, and I said, no, it's mine. But what the most I said, I give you my silver and my gold. Even if you buy it, it's still not for you.
That's right.
You understand me? And the most I said, what you do with it? Exactly. You go work with it, dress good to go to church. All right? Read on.
Verse number 29. And seek not what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind.
So that's the biggest distraction to us as black people. Doubt. We don't put the believer on him.
That's right.
That's why I tell a couple weeks ago, when we come to pray or do anything, we don't ask outside, what do you want me to do? It's you telling him what you want and what you want to achieve. YAHAWAH, what do you want from me? What do you want of me, Yahawah? Do what you're pleased. Let your will be done. But in all your will be done, just have mercy on me, please. All right? Read on, sir.
For all these things do the nations of the world seek after.
And that's why you follow the nations. And that's why you follow their teaching. That's why you believe their teaching. Do you understand me? Because the nation, then, they do all of these things. All right? Read on.
And your Father know what that ye have need of these things. Rather seek ye the kingdom of God.
And what it said?
Seek ye the kingdom of God.
And then you'll understand what comes with the kingdom of the Most High. And then you'll understand what the vinegar that Yahweh shall drink. Because you think it's vinegar that's sold in Ghana, Yahweh shall drink. Then now you'll understand something. Because you choose not to want to seek the kingdom. We want to seek everything else of the kingdom. So that's why the Bible said, envy not our oppressor. The life that our oppressor is living, don't envy because it's wicked. And it's lustful. And he said, choose none of his ways. He celebrate Father's Day. The nigga woman don't have to celebrate Father's Day. He let her year out. You don't have to let your year out too. So the Bible says you should not envy what they have or choose any of their ways. Right? Get me the book of Habakkuk, Shema. Three, verse 2.
Chapter 2.
3:2.
Habakkuk 3 verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
O Moses, I have heard thy speech,
Mm-hmm.
and was afraid.
But look at what Habakkuk said, a Benjamin brother. He said, hear what Yahawah have to say. And what he said to him?
Was afraid.
Read on.
O Moses, I revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy.
So you see what Habakkuk said? Whatever he hear, he said, make him afraid. And Habakkuk, like every good prophet Israel are, Habakkuk said, when you're coming with the judgment, Yahawah, remember what?
Remember.
Get me Hebrews 8:12, Shabbat. All that, don't lose it.
The book of Hebrews 4 verse number 8.
Hebrews 8:12, sir.
The book of Hebrews 8 verse number 12.
Yes, sir.
For I will be merciful to the unrighteousness.
What the Bible said the Most High will do?
Will be merciful to the
So
unrighteousness.
even Paul telling us that we cannot fully attain what we're seeking for. But the most Yahweh shall say, he will show us mercy. All prophets ask for mercy for the nation of Israel. That's why Paul said what? He suffered himself that he was a curse for his king's man. Right? Read on.
And their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more.
And that's what we want the Most High not to do.
That's right.
So go back to Habakkuk again, sir. Habakkuk 3 verse 2.
3 verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
O Moses, I have heard thy speech, and was afraid.
So whatever the Most High tell Habakkuk to say, what Habakkuk say after him?
Was afraid.
He was afraid. Read on.
O Moses, revive thy work in the midst of the years.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy.
And as a, we have to thank this prophet. We can tell the Most High, I see your wrath coming. Even me myself, I'm afraid. Yahawah, when you bring this, please remember mercy. Read on.
Moses came from Teman, the
Mm-hmm.
Holy One from Mount Paran,
Mm-hmm.
Salah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise.
That's the destruction of Teman. Teman was one of Esau's sons. So after the Most High destroyed that tribe, he said, Habakkuk said, I see the glory is coming. Because when I'm reading this tribe, when I say, who was able to make war with this beast? Who? They create a pandemic, then they are earth after shut down for something that they started. And you have stupid Ghanaian police was beating black people for something that killing them. They said the COVID killed more than 10 million people in America, the vaccine. They said 5.5 billion people took the vaccine. And you only have 8 billion people. So whatever they wanted, Bill Gates wanted, that 5.5 billion people can die today. And only left 2 point some billion people. Because black people were cowards.
That's right.
They were afraid and they were fools. That's why I want to insult them. And you put on because the clothes on your hand, you need respect. Get the heck out of here, damn fool. Whatever the white man say, look, we still keep Masharaya Shala Summit in COVID. Weren't I traveling to summits? Nobody sick, nobody died. Travel to Israel, nobody sick, nobody died. Did I take the goddamn vaccines? Because I'm smart. And whenever Yahawah call me, I will never go to the afterlife as a coward.
That's right.
As Paul said, I finished my course. I kept the faith. That's how I'm going back home. Yahawah, it's your spirit. You give it, you take it. Every glory to you.
That's right.
Because fear, some of you sell your soul for naught.
That's right.
A white man, they read his email. He was telling some of his colleagues, I can't believe it. I'm the most popular guy in America. They read his email. He was telling his friend and the colleagues and that. Even now, people showing up at his house. He have no peace. Trump text his address. Trump tag up where address claim and paper. People show up at his house. And I said, Dr. Fulci, somebody say, hey, give that money man about attack. He's 85-year-old. So everything about him was popularity. And now, nobody will come out to Ghanaian people and apologize to them. Even in Canada, the head of your medical was a Chinese woman. The people demands her to come to the Congress to explain herself. Why she follow Dr. Fuji? So who in Nana Akufo-Addo party, who is the Minister of Health for Nana? Who was the Minister of Health for Nana? Somebody Google it. I need to curse this out in my next video. I feel the people who can't do it, I want to do it. Because I'm not giving it up, I'm not leaving it. So I want to hear under Nana Akufo-Addo government, who was the Minister of Finance that gave police okay to beat Ghanaian people? Not finance, health. I want to know who that bastard is and the bastard whom that he came from. And why is he keep quiet? That's why I can't respect Muhammad. Because all these things you have to bring up. Other countries bringing it up. Why Ghanaian type up about it with all these people going die? My brother Kartazala was in the hospital and he had to do a blood transfusion. And when they asked me if he took the COVID vaccine, he said, yes, because we have documents. And when they give him the blood transfusion, they said, the man that get the blood transfused, when you get blood transfusion from, took the vaccine. Within 2 weeks, he was dead. So I will never keep quiet about this. God Trump tell me I have to drink bleach. If we drink bleach, we'll be alive today. What's his name? Take a picture, copy it, send it to my WhatsApp. Because when you can't talk, I'm not joining the wicked. Psalms 90 verse 4. Quickly, Shana. And go back to over 3. 94:20 of Psalms. Psalms 94 verse 20.
Because Psalms 94 verse 20.
Yes.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with you?
So the Bible said the throne, the ruler of iniquity cannot have fellowship with YAHAWAH. So that's why YAHAWAH said we must what? Hate the evil, love the good. I never come up with hate. So the evil and the atrocity what take place to black people, the Bible said the prophet going to speak about it. Because the rulers of iniquity have no dealing with the Most High. So how long shall we watch they destroy black people? How long shall we watch black people at the back of the line for everything? Why black people covering up wickedness? When police was on the street with cane beating Ghanaian people to take the vaccine. The first thing they come with 1 shot, 2 shot. They know they say after a boots a shot. Then they want to go into school to give it to children. And I stand firm on it. And I said, if it's not Yahawah, we will never bow to the system.
That's right.
Because if Yahawah want me dead, vaccine can keep me alive. We believe. No doubt. And we keep church here. Every Shabbat we keep congregation. Not one member of vaccine. And we wasn't wearing no face mask up in here because I want to inhale the environment what Yahawah created for me. And when they asked Dr. Fuchi why you did that, he said nobody, he just come up with it. They're 6 feet apart. One man come and said his mother died, his father died, and his mother was 91 years old, and he could not console his mother at the funeral because of Dr. Fuchi. And the man went to his house, knock on his door and say, do you think I will ever fucking lock in your car, police? Police not even going. The only thing for him now is to left America and maybe go to Canada. Because nobody else in the world wants to see him. Read on, sir.
So the children of liberty are fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law.
So you see what I do? They plan mischief. How can we kill the poor people? How can we kill them? They plan mischief. So the Bible said these people cannot have fellowship with them. And that's why, as brothers and sisters, we have to believe and stop doubt the glory of Yahweh. We have to believe. Brothers and sisters all over the globe can tell it. I was getting vaccinated papers for them, send it to them. I went to Jamaica a couple times, I was getting it for them. Because we have people that can get it officially. And we travel without fear. That we know we were immune to COVID. It wasn't for us, it was for the wicked.
That's right.
Go back to Habakkuk, sir.
Habakkuk 3, verse 2.
Yes? Verse 3.
Habakkuk 3, verse 3. Mosai came from Teman, the Holy One from Mount Paran. Salah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And his righteousness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand.
What did he say?
He had horns coming out of his hand.
So hand just means powers. That two-edged sword. Right? This is what Habakkuk see. Read?
And there was the hiding of his power.
There was what?
Hiding.
Meaning there was no limit to it. So that's why Habakkuk said, when I see these things, I was afraid. You don't even see nothing yet. Read on.
Before him went fences, and many coals went forth at his feet.
So he fighted everything. So before him, what came? Pestilence, sickness, COVID. Habakkuk said, I see all these things before him come. These pestilence and things coming before him. How could we see pestilence? Read on.
He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations.
So see what he did? He measured the earth, how much people on it. And how he break asunder the nation. How he did that? No. He said break and he put asunder the nation. How did he do that? What was Trump's main reason for coming in power? Immigration, right? South Africa doing it now, right? Yes. Put division amongst the nation. No unity amongst them. Because I'm going to destroy them one by one. So he put separation. So that's why when Trump come and push that deported thing, deporting people, South Africa doing it, other country, everybody deporting, in Nigeria necessarily deporting people now. See that, right? Read on. So he's telling you before that day, all of these things going to happen on the earth, and it's happening. We see the pestilence, we see the breaking of Sunday of nation. No love lost. Look at Spain and America. Right? Read on.
And the everlasting mountains were scattered.
And everlasting mountain mean what? Mountain represent leadership. So Dr. Fuchi was once the savior for America. Look what America doing to him now. So that's why YAHAWAH said when Satan will divide against Satan, what will happen? The kingdom will not stand. Right? Read on.
The perpetual hills did bow. His ways are everlasting.
Read on. So that's what he said. So Habakkuk says, see all these things before him, but it's still more. It's everlasting. Don't stop there. Read.
I saw the tent of Cushan in affliction.
So the tent of Cush is who? The Ethiopians, the Amorites. And when he says see them in affliction, we will see what's taking place in Libya, Ethiopia, Uganda, and those places. They still can't find the Cameroonian leader. Still can't find him. He left from about February 6th. They said, there's nobody since. Right? Read on.
And the curtains of the land of Midian, they shone.
So, all the curtain of Midian children. Who are the Midianites? The Persian, the Iraqian. Remember, Jethro come from Midian? So he said, you see the curtain is a defense. Habakkuk said, I see it shaking. Is not America dropping bomb over there now as we speak? So you say prophecy, but you don't care. And when I see it, I'm looking and say, oh, Yahawah, come, I'm tired.
That's right.
So Habakkuk said, I see all these things. Read on.
Was the Most High displeased against the rivers?
Mm-hmm.
Was I in anger against the rivers?
Question, read.
Was I wrath against the sea? That thou
Question.
hast ride upon thy horses and thy chariots of salvation.
Because the rivers, the Euphrates and them drying up, right? So Habakkuk said, I see all these things. What did the river and sea do to you? Right? Read.
Thy bow was made quite naked, according to the oaths of the tribes
Mm-hmm.
in thy word. Salah, thou didst cleave the earth with rivers.
Read on.
The mountains saw thee, and they trembled.
Look at this. And why you think now they talk about the air folk? Because the mountain represents leaders. So he said, when the leaders see you, what happened?
Trembled.
Because they say, hey, let me stand. But we know it's our way out of here. It's our chariots coming. Sweet low, sweet chariots coming back to take us home. We used to sing those songs on the plantation. So he said, the leaders, they saw your presence. And they tremble, they shake. Habakkuk said, I see it. And when I see this vision, I was afraid. Read on.
The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice and lifted up his hands on high.
That's why you see the rain that fall.
Yeah.
Read on.
The sun and moon stood still in their habitation.
Look at this. Remember a couple days when the sun never came out? It gloomy for days. Read on.
And the lights of thine arrows they went, and the shining of thy glittering spear.
So they go to where they feel like. So that's why you remember we had the conversation about leap year. And I say, oh, you're going to get as the normal here when we don't get 12 hours a day. Remember that conversation, Tamar? With you and Aisha and Shama? Yeah. A bunch of rebels wanted to test me. Yeah, remember? Read on.
Thou didst march through the land in indignation.
Mm-hmm.
Thou didst stretch the heathen in anger.
The stretch Eden what?
Anger.
So then that's why they're angry with them one another. No? You see, they're angry with them one another. You see Spain going against America, France going against England. So all the Edens, them, the dirty Amite them up in South Africa, they're hungry. They're hungry. The Chinese, everybody fighting now. Tension high. Right? What verse we at, sir?
13.
Mm-hmm.
Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people.
So you see what the Bible said? Habakkuk said, all this they're doing for Israel's salvation. Because the Most High God to destroy them, that you black people don't envy them again. I follow them. Really?
Even for salvation with thine anointed.
Mm-hmm.
Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked.
Destroy them, wounded the head, the leadership, really?
By discovering the foundation unto the neck.
And that's why we discover who Esau is. Oh, ironic in the earth. Isaac have two sons, Esau and Jacob. And the white Jews said they Jacob, but nobody knows Esau. How ironically is that? So that's why we find their foundation. They cannot hide no more. So the Bible said what we did when we find them, we hold them by the neck. We said, come here, you damn devil.
That's right.
You the one tell us it was white, it was pure. You the one tell us it was God chosen people. So the Bible said when we catch them, we hold them by their neck and say, come here, plantation. Read on.
Thou didst strike through with the sticks the head of his villages.
Mm-hmm.
They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me.
Mm-hmm.
Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly.
And that's, you see what their plan was? Let's destroy the African secret. You know how much country this year changed immigration plan and giving people visa to come to their country without visa? Nobody picked the African country then, you know, and the West African country then, they know that, right? Nobody wants you in their country. Not one West African country get a freeway. Even this country, when they call it Mauritania or something like that, they can go to Canada now without visa. You can't just buy a ticket to go to Canada. No Ghana, no Nigeria, no Gabon, none of these countries where our people are. Right? What verse you got, man?
Verse number 15.
Read.
That is what through the sea with thine horses,
Mm-hmm.
through the heap of great waters.
So the Most High, so what he said now, he said the Navy ships. And where, what block now in Iran? The Strait of Hormuz. You see how much petrol is this morning? It raised again now. For a liter of petrol, it's 15 something, and the diesel is almost 19 cedis. So it works than when Muhammad come in. So here, Habakkuk say, I see the horses with weapons where? And in water. So it's the Navy ships and everything that Iran using to block the Strait of Hormuz. You see that? Right? Read that again, verse 15.
Verse 15. That is what through the sea with thine horses,
Mm-hmm.
through the heap of great waters.
Through the heap of what?
Great waters.
And this is where everything leading up to. Read verse 16.
When I heard, my belly trembled.
You see what Habakkuk said? When I see all these things, I hear it. He says, start to shake in truth. Fear come upon him. Read on.
My lips quivered at the voice.
In lips what? Just like the last time Deacon screamed at your Shamar. Remember you were shaking and you want to say something you can't say? Habakkuk said that's what they feel. The word, you want to speak when the word ain't coming out. Really?
Rottenness entered into my bones.
He couldn't stand on his feet. He have diarrhea immediately. He said when he get this vision, he said rottenness coming in his bone, he could not stand. Read on.
And I trembled in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I might rest in the day of trouble.
So he said, you see what he said? The day of YAHAWAH is the day of what? So he said, in which that day? When he said at rest, what do you mean? In that day. He said, I don't want to be alive to see this thing. He said, when that day come, I hope I'm at rest. I will be in the spiritual world sitting, waiting. Read on.
When he cometh out unto the people, he will invade them with his troops.
So you see that? So they cannot escape what to come. So Habakkuk said that day won't be so terrible. YAHAWAH just let me be at rest. Let me be in the spiritual world looking down on what's taking place. But Habakkuk said, I don't want to be on the earth when all these things taking place. So that's the day of YAHAWAH. That's the darkness. That YAHAWAH said, we have to look to him. Right? Get me 5:21 of St. John. Let me get this second. Good day, Shaman. Read.
St. John 5,
Mm-hmm.
verse 20. 21. Book of St. John 5, verse 21.
Start at 19.
No. St. John 5, verse 19.
No, get me Proverbs 8:35. Mm-hmm.
Book of Proverbs 8, verse
And then I
number
go back there.
35.
Mm-hmm.
For whoso findeth me findeth life.
What the Most High said?
For whoso findeth me findeth life.
So you see that? How will you be saved in this? He never said coming to find you. For your protection, you have to find him. And he said, when you find him, then you have a chance out of this. Read that from the top again, sir.
Because the book of Proverbs 8, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
For whoso findeth me findeth life,
Read on.
and shall obtain favor.
So you see when you will get favor? That you don't be afraid like Habakkuk was. Find him. That's your whole duty to do. Is to what? Find him. Alright? So go back to 7 John. Get 1 John 2, verse 4. Get 1 John 2, 4 before you go back to 7 John 5.
For 1 John 2,
Yes.
verse 5.
4.
The last time, 1 John 2, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
He that said, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments.
So you cannot say you find him and you're not keeping the commandments.
That's right.
You can be so the church, no, your life is not there. And whosoever want to go, we will not force nobody to worship their God.
That's right.
If they say want to take it there, that's your problem. Because you cannot say you have Jesus, or you have the spirit of Yahawah, and you're not keeping his will, or keeping his commandments. Right? Read on.
I know him, and keepeth not his commandments. He's a liar.
What the Bible says?
A liar.
The Bible says, if you say you find him, and you're not keeping his commandment, know you're lying to yourself.
That's right.
Read on.
The truth is not in him.
And the truth of Yahawah is not in you. Ba'asham Hamashiach Yahawah. Right, so go back to 2 John 5, no Shema.
St. John 5, verse 19.
Go to 20.
St. John 5, verse 20.
And voila. Do 24. St. John 5, 24.
St. John 5, verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word, and believeth on him that sent me, hath everlasting life.
Look at this. See what our protection is? We hear the word of Yahawah. And we believe that Yahawah is dreadful and terrible.
That's right.
And Yahawah said, that's the way we'll get eternal life. This is our deliverance. It's here. So we better hold on to the light now before the darkness comes. Because Habakkuk sees something that Habakkuk saying that day. Just let me be in the spiritual realm. Nobody wants to die. So what did Habakkuk see in detail? That he said, let that day I die. Right? Read verse 24 again, Shaman.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me, hath everlasting life.
Read on.
It shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life.
So look at that. So just like Egypt, when the darkness comes, you will pass from that into the light. Because Yahawah is the light of the world. If you're not in that, there's nothing can save you in this world. Right? 25, sir?
Verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of the Most High, and they that yet shall live.
Weren't we dead? This is the hour. The Bible says you will hear it. The dry bones. And when they hear it, what will happen? Flesh will come and they will live. Really?
For as the Father hath life in himself, so have they given to the Son to have life in himself. And have given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And what is the judgment that he gave him to execute? Us. Remember they gave Abraham a judgment, go save some. Anybody you save, you keep. But Abraham never get none, am I right? So same thing with Yahawah. Go. Whosoever believeth on you shall what? Remember John 3:16? For Yahawah so loved Israel that he gave them his only begotten son, that whosoever of Israel believeth on Yahawah should not perish, but have everlasting life. And Yahawah said, I've come in the valley when I go. Anything you want to know about me, read it, you'll find it. And when you find, you believe me without doubt. And you shall what? Live. So it's not hard, brothers and sisters. Last one. Get Ezekiel 18, Shema. Let me get a second. Verse 30. Ezekiel 18, verse 30.
Book Ezekiel 18, verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore I will judge you, O house of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
everyone according to his ways,
Mm-hmm.
said the Most High God.
Mm-hmm.
Repent and turn yourself from all your transgressions,
Mm-hmm.
so iniquity shall not be your doom.
Read on.
Cast away from you all your transgressions,
Mm-hmm.
whereby ye have transgressed,
Read.
and make you a new heart and a new spirit.
Mm-hmm.
For why will ye die, O house of Israel?
Question. Because some of you still want to put the new wine in the old bottle.
That's right.
But you have to cast away that old wine that is there.
Mm.
Why you want to that?
Mm.
Everything that you know before you enter this congregation, it was dead for you.
That's right.
There was nothing you know that could have saved your life. Finish up, Shaman.
For I have no pleasure in the death of him that died.
That's it. So get me on Jeremiah 3, verse 15. That's it.
Jeremiah 3, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you pastors according to my heart.
Not your heart, because you want somebody that you're his friend with. You want a fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Or you need a Chinese. Or he must be white. He must wear jacket and tie. But the Most High said, the one that I'm giving to you is I'm the one sending him. And when he come to you, what his purpose is?
What shall feed you?
With what? Food, bread.
No.
They don't want bread of life, sister. They want to have something in their back right now. We will not finish 12 o'clock and you go do what you choose to do. No, the Bible said when he sent that pastor to you, the pastor might feed you.
That's right.
And when you come to worship, you will not leave until the sun goes up.
That's right.
Today is Yahawah's day. You have nothing more to do.
God.
So when we break and eat, you go to sleep, we wake up and study again. How we're going to do well in the tabernacle of Yahawah. When only time we leave early in the Shabbat is when his presence come, we leave it, give him, and we go sit outside and we look. And we might send one of the deacon inside with a bell and them. If they take too long, we have to pull them out. Yeah, that's it. He said, I will give you him of my heart, not yours. You cannot ask for your teacher. Look at Samuel, he born, then he end up in the church with Eli and his two wicked sons. And every night Samuel's in there. Why the Bible said the spirit go to him at night to call his name? Why was that in the day? And where was he sleeping at? Remember I was sleeping around him? And the Most I look at him and said, look at this little fool. I have no knowledge what he's doing. Eh? And in there sleeping here, somebody call you, run into Levi. Eli said, never call him. Then he go back to sleep again, hear the voice, Shabiala, Shabiala. He run and say, yes, here am I. That's when Eli picked it up and said, listen, boy, just said this. I'm listening. Go ahead, boy, master. That's the direction Eli gave to him. Can Eli know it was something important going on there? So that's why, and you see the same thing with Habakkuk, it's the same thing with Samuel. Because what Samuel was doing, he was afraid to tell Eli what was happening, right? Right. When you talk to the Most High, you will not come and laugh and say, God come to you. Oh, this pastor, they have people to call God and Jesus in heaven. If you have a conversation with him, it will not be a delight. There's nothing happiness about it. Because someone could say, blackness came into his body. He said he could not stand up, he was weak. When you read Ezra said all the ears came and his hands stiff, like they want to lift the pulse. So how that spirit should come to you in the day? Oh, you might see. Did Paul blind? Remember, Paul was on his way and a journey was in the day. And he tell him, whatever spirit speak to Paul, he could not see for a couple of days. And the spirit said, go to Eli, he will lead him. And go to Damascus to the prophet will lead him. So you see the difference. So that's why Yahushua come and say, I'm the light. You get me before you can go through that. So that's why when I read Psalm 18, it tells you, the light was there, but when the darkness come over the light, you can't see nothing. Egypt was under darkness, it was too late for them. And the Most High said, what? I'm going to unfair a heart. That I'm going to destroy you. So by the time we reach Mount Sinai, what was taking place there? The wedding. And if you have a bride, and if you have a groom, somebody, the father of the groom will be there. Because the creator for the wife was there already.
That's right.
I always remember that. So read that from the top again, sir.
The book of Jeremiah 3 verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you pastors according to my heart.
And what shall he do?
We shall feed you with knowledge.
And what is knowledge? Pata is not knowledge.
No.
12 months a year is not knowledge.
No.
To finish and go 12 up our lamb kebab for Passover is not knowledge.
No.
And some of these other things that are in different schools and different people, that's not knowledge.
That's right.
Because when you use the word feed, that means you're hungry.
No.
So what the black man and the black woman hungry of today? The laws of Yahweh. So you have to return and go back to it. This feed is a fasting. Because you're not eating. So when this pastor comes, he might give you something to eat.
That's right.
And he said, shall feed you with what?
Knowledge
Uh-huh.
and understanding.
And what is the knowledge? You know where the books are in the Bible. What is King's Word stand? And what's the understanding? Your understanding. You know the meaning of it. That's what Yahawah said. Yahawah said he will do. You have that one in Hebrew, Shaman? And he said, I will not call on the name of Yahawah shall be saved. In Romans. It's the third time I'm asking you for it. Find it. In Romans, it says, all they that call on the name of Yahawah shall be saved. And he said, how shall they call on the name that you know not? Romans 2. Who said Romans 2? Take the quick book out. Zaman, stand and read. In the Romans, when they say, all those that call on the name of Yahawah shall be saved. We went through this already. Shaman? Stand. What you have? Read what you have. Read Jeremiah. Mayan, read what you have for me. You have it? Stand and read, sir.
Romans chapter 10 verse 10.
Right on, read.
Whosoever shall call upon the name of the house.
What is said?
Romans chapter 10 verse 10. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Most High shall be saved.
Read on.
How then shall they call on him, in whom they have not believed?
So you see what the Bible said? Sit, sir, well done. I think somebody is studying inside here and not in government school. So read that, Shamak, Romans 10, 13.
Romans 10 verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Most High shall be saved.
Right?
Come.
Read on.
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?
So you see that? Because when I read 1 John 2, he says he's a liar, right? Because you might know his name, but do you believe in him? Really?
And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
And you never hear him. That's what you think Paul saying. You might believe in somebody that somebody has not teaching about. Read on.
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
And how will you hear about that man without a teacher? Read.
And how shall they preach except they be sent?
And we read that in Jeremiah 23:21. Some said, but not by the Most High. So you have to ask yourself, why did the Most High send a teacher to you? That's something that you have to ask yourself. Why not Nigeria? Why not the Kenya, Congo? Really?
And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent?
Mm-hmm.
As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace,
And that's in Isaiah 43. Really?
and bring glad tidings of good things.
And that's the glad tidings of good things. Sometime it might rough, sometime it might bad. But that's what the Most High decide. Right? You know?
But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said,
Come on, come. See? Come on. Come. Yes, come. They don't obey the gospel, okay? Okay? Yes. Read that again, Shaman.
and they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Master, who had believed our reports?
You see that? And when the preacher come to you, the Bible said they have not all obeyed. See that?
No.
Not everybody obeyed. And what Isaiah said?
For Isaiah said, Master, who had believed our reports?
Not everybody believed it. Because you have a culture to believe.
That's right.
I disband every culture. It's only the Most High culture. No culture in this earth matter to me. All right, read on.
So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
So you see that? By your faith you shall hear. And by hearing, the word of the Most High will manifest. So although I never seen none of these things happen, guess what? I believe it. So when I look and they tell you that horse is coming across the ocean with weapon, I say, what horse is this? And I see the Strait of Hormuz turn and petrol in Ghana is 18 cities again. I say, okay. Really?
When I say, have they not heard?
What the Bible said?
Have they not heard?
That's a question. Somebody should have told you. And what they should have told you? Read.
Yes, verily, there are some went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
Some might teach to the ends of the world. Read on.
But I say, did not Israel know?
Look at that. What did not Israel know? Read on.
First Moses said,
What Moses said?
I'll provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people.
And you see, the white man, the Bible says nobody. And guess what happened? You believe in him. The Bible said the white man is a base person. He's a beast. And look how African respect him. That's why YAHAWAH said, did not you know? Read.
I'll provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, and by a foolish nation.
By who?
A foolish nation.
Read.
I will anger you.
By a foolish nation, YAHAWAH said, I'm going to anger you. And you see what happened? Because we lose everything, we never know of that.
Where is it?
See that?
Yeah.
Read.
But Isaiah is very bold and said,
What verse here? 20.
I was found of them that sought me not.
So you see what Isaiah said? And who's the people that's supposed to start it? The leaders of Israel. The one that turned his back on YAHAWAH. Just like when I came here, the leaders them should have come and inquire. But they're hiding behind politics. And I'm not teaching politics. Because politics is a destruction for black people along with religion. So they that was supposed to fund that for me, they hate me. Now I'm with some so-called teachers. Ababa. They're not about like Israel. We have Mason. We have some we still have to pray for. See that? The ones that were supposed to come for YAHAWAH, they left it. The ones that could buy a ark, they never came. Now we have to find people to build the ark. See where it go? And Paul telling you they went through the same problem. Right? Read on.
I was one of them that saw spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I was made manifest unto them that asked not after me.
So you see what?
Yeah.
The one that neglected, the ones that were rejected, those were the one that was found up. Those were the one that was following God. They had shipwrecked together, they go everywhere together. Paul said these were the least people. Some can read, some can write. Paul said these were the one that was happy to see me. These were the one that was fond of me. Read on.
But to Israel it said,
Mm-hmm.
all day long the right I have stretched forth my hands unto disobedience and gave saying,
That's what Isaiah 65 tell you. Most I say all day long I'm stretching up my hand. Just hold my hand. Oh, Moses walk in the dark, you see the dark and you're scared, you run down. Because somebody else tell you that the dark is bad. But when they read the same Bible, they tell you that Satan transforms as an angel of light. So if today Satan is the angel of light, how could the Most High come to you in that light? When the light deceived you already. Right? Get me that shaman. Go back to 2 Ezra 6:54, quickly. And definitely that will be the last.
Second Ezra says verse 54.
What it said, sir?
And after these,
What it said?
after these,
Uh-huh.
Adam also whom thou madest master of all thy creatures.
So the Bible, so Ezra's telling, it's still the creation. When the darkness and the spirit, everything there. So Ezra's saying, you make Adam, and Adam was the head of all the creatures on earth. Adam was a king. Right? Read on.
Of him can we all,
Mm-hmm.
the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Uh-huh.
All this have I spoken before thee,
Mm-hmm.
the Most High, because thou madest the word for our sake.
Is that what the Bible said? The Most High made the world for what?
Our sake.
So look how they subject us to God and tell you need a visa to go somewhere else. That's why wherever I go, I'm the most bold person ever. Wherever I go on the earth, these people are my servants. China is for me. America is Saddam now, but it might burn. The earth was created for our sake. Until we believe this, we will stop acting like fools in it. I see a brother did a video, and he was showing graduation in America and graduation in Ghana. And somebody was asking the children them in America, when they graduated, what you will do? And one of them said, I will go to Japan, his father has some business there. One of them said they will go to New York, work in a stock exchange. Everybody that graduated at school at the interview in America, they have something, a job to go do. And somebody came to, I think, school in Accra, and they asked the same question. One of the girls said, hey, you go and marry a sugar daddy. Once, two of them said they have to go to Japan. Some say they're trying the best to leave the country. And the rest said, listen, they go and do their own business. So the guy said, did you go to school? He said, no, but he said, this is Ghana. Because all your educational system is set up. We don't have to do service. When we finish work, we don't do no service. We don't know what service is.
Thank you.
Right? And after that, when you finish work, the government don't give you a job, you apply for your own job. So you can go to school here. If there's a job home somewhere else, you just apply your go to work. But how you take long to get placement, nobody overseas take long to get placement. As long as you have the proper documents, if you want a job, you will get a job. You will not look a month or 2 months before you get a job. Yeah, and the next thing is, We don't have to pay for job application. We don't have to pay for school application. If you want to apply for a university, you don't have to buy application. It's free. Yeah, they have to pay for application. It's free. And 99% chances schools sending application to you to invite you to come to their school. And if you want to go to the school will look out about the student loan, everything for you. You just go. They will look out about the student loan, they do all that application for you. But my problem is with us, we don't want better. We okay with this. YAHAWAH was by the market Thursday. And we see the man that we used to do the radio program with. And he telling me the good job that Mahama is doing. And he was in the van with it. And he told me that Mahama is doing a very good job. And I looked. And I made mention to him about the airport with the 60 CDs, now the 150 CDs bus back. He said, don't know that. And I look at him and I said, Awar, let him be, he's a Ghanaian. Whatever taking place here, you people call it good. So you people have no, and I asked him about the school thing, with the police beating the nurse students, and he said, no, that's wrong. He said, no, that should not be. They don't agree with that. Or you have nurse students demonstrating and police go there beating them. That cannot happen. First thing, if nurse is striking, police cannot show them. That's the first thing.
They're the same union.
Yes, they're the same union. So if nurse striking, police striking, teacher striking. As a father, you go to visit your daughter and you see a police man and your daughter like that. What do you expect me to do? As a father, for my children. Because I'm killing the police. I'm taking his life. But when Moses said it, and I'm saying it on camera, when Moses said, the Egyptian fighting the Hebrew, what did Moses do to him? My daughter. And when you read it, you know why the student was demonstrating my YAHAWAH? The principal came to the school new. She cut breakfast up. They used to get breakfast with the first principal that was there. So they sacked that principal, this principal came. She said, no breakfast. Lunch used to be 1 o'clock. She pushed lunch to 3 o'clock. She cut this short of supper. And the student said, we paid money, we don't want that. And the student then said, they demonstrating. And the principal and the administrator called police and student. Name one country in the world apart from Africa, something like that can happen. So I have to speak about it because I want the better for Zamar, I want the better for Shamar. Christina, Alieza, I want the better for them. This stuff not in no other country in the world. And everybody type, majority of the people, they type it about it. How could we be quiet about something like this? So when I put it to him, he said, you're right, I don't agree with that, that is wrong. Because Indon went to school in North Carolina. Bahamian went to York University, New York. They been to school there. Were they treated like that when they were there? So why they cannot come back here? And I think Mahama went to school with. Mahama did some program in Russia. Mahama did some program in Russia because I Googled it. So why they go there in this country? Mahama went to school in England. Nana went to school in England. So when they go to this school, why they cannot copy from the enemy and come and put it in their country? Don't you think people will love them? But the people love them for what they can get. So this is how they work. That's why the Bible says you sell yourself for what? Less than a slave. Your value is worse than a slave today. So I cannot be happy with seeing things like that. Because if I go in and I see my daughter in that position, what you left me to do? There's no touch of fleas. I don't believe in touch of fleas. Because I think my children that come in my life, it's my duty to take care of them. That's what I strongly believe. And all these videos now they on TikTok, they in the world singing. Do you think the world respects us? Do you think the world respects the leaders that you selected? And the man said the country, didn't he say the country running better or what?
Tell me.
So,
He was comparing the government.
so this, you know me, and I've read the program many times, you know what I speak of. And didn't he ask me when we're coming back to the radio program? What did I tell him? Yes, I said, Mahama, they lock up everybody that speak against it. I'm not coming on your radio program for now. He asked, when are you all coming back? I said, I will not come back for now. If anybody speak against his government, police come for them. I said, I don't have no problem with no police. In Ghana. Because they know I'm going to get the American executive levy, in fact. And they know it might be bigger than what it was. As I will tell them how people treated and how they try to treat me. I'll tell them. So I'd say, you keep your radio program, make this government go. Because if this is what your people expect of your leader, you have to demand more. Look at our roads. Look at our school. Look where people live. And you're talking about you want to run this country and you want to build target. That's what they are offering. Try it. Finish read that, Shona. Read that from the top again. Make me see who we're following.
Romans 10.
Not Romans. Ezra. Second Ezra 6.
Second Ezra 6, verse 54.
Yes, sir.
And after this, Adam also, whom thou madest master of all the creatures,
Mm-hmm.
of it coming all,
Mm-hmm.
the people also whom thou hast chosen.
We are chosen. And we must always remember that. We're not chosen by man, NPP or NDC. We're chosen by YAHAWAH. Read.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Moses,
Mm-hmm.
because thou madest the word for our sakes.
For our what?
Sakes.
Read on.
As for the other people,
As for the who?
other
The
people,
nations.
which also come of Adam,
Mm-hmm.
thou hast said, and they are nothing,
They are what?
and nothing.
They are no people. They are not civilized. They are
That's
not
right.
human beings. They're savages. Read.
I'll be like unto spittle.
They what?
Spittle.
You know what spittle is? You're walking in spit outside. The Bible said that's what YAHAWAH see the rest of us.
That's right.
Really?
And as like in the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So you they carry water and some water drop from the bucket. The Bible said that's in nations. Really?
And now almost I behold these heathen,
These who?
heathen,
Really?
which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords, masters over us.
They become God and master. They're the one ruling us. Because we are blind leaders. Do you know last year, Ghana made more money than America? That was what, 2025? 2024. Do you know Ghana made more money than the entire Europe? 2023. Do you know Ghana made more money than the entire Arab area? 2022, Ghana made more money than the whole world. Do you know that? Europe have nothing to sell. Ghana have gold, manganese, everything to sell. Arabs only have petrol, gas to sell. Ghana have everything to sell. Ghana sell more gold than any other country in the world for the last 100 years. Only country can go close is South Africa. And Ghana gold is higher standard than the South African gold. What America have to sell? What China have to sell? Cheap clothes. What you sell all value. You notice when the truck driving from Tapa, how much police car with it? That alone make more money than the entire Europe for a month, 1 year.
So if you get the forms of the application form for university, if you just those ones, the money. Because like now it's like 26, almost 26.
So how we going to sit in a country like this and we keep like this? Only thing America sell is military weapons. Who is buying military weapons from America? Because most countries buy from China. Even the plane, the Boeing engine, where do they buy that from? China. But you have stuff to sell with value. So if you check the record, Ghana by itself makes more money than the entire world every year. Where is it? Where is it? Teachers still don't get paid. Teachers, they get some. They don't get everything yet. Look at the police stations. And then the people, they're okay with this. But I personally think you brothers and sisters deserve better. I do believe that we deserve better. Because better is there. So I will not settle for you to sacrifice. Because the masters over us, they're living more civilized than us. That's what Ezra said. The people that was known as nothing, now they are our masters. See, I said that video, the Chinese woman went to the Gabon president, just like the Ghanaian leader. I said, look at these leaders that we have. Hungry. They're hungry. Really?
And now, O Master, behold, children which have ever been recruited as nothing have begun to be masters over us.
Really?
And to devour us. And we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, the only begotten, and thy fervent love, are given into their hands.
Really?
If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance?
That's a question. Really?
How long shall this endure?
That's why we come in the light. Just step in the light and see what it is. That's why our book said, whatever you see, fear come upon it. The day we step in that light and we demand more, because I tell you, when the people of Ghana start to uproar again, nobody will stop it. And I will tell you that. That's the news I come to bring. Because YAHAWAH said come to bring division. Brothers against brothers. Father against son. And when the Most High put it in the spirit of the people to demand more, nobody will stop it. And with that, I say Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, okay, no problem. Any question before we go?
Yes, the Halloween.
Huh?
The book of Halloween.
Yes, sir.
Verse 17. I also said the kingdom is within us. So we acknowledge whom we are.
Yes.
Then that is when we will have the kingdom.
Yes.
But verse 17 says, although the fig tree shall not blossom, and there shall fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the field shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no bread in the stalls. And we know Isaiah that YAHAWAH said you dress the run alone. So was it that people won't even still believe, but yes, the kingdom will happen?
Yes, the wicked of us will not believe. That's why I tell you, those my enemy, bring them hither and slay them before me. When you read Luke 19:27, and you can read 1 Maccabees 1:11. Yeah, that apocrypha. Read 1 Maccabees 1:11.
The verse 17 means what?
It was talking about something different. Yes. That's why I tell you about the olive and the fig. That's something different. There's not a partition there. Yes. See the colon there? It's going in something else. That's what that means. So if you read 1 and 1, Habakkuk 1 and 1 to 4, the rest is there. You see, they have a colon and something, right? In the Bible, a colon is supposed to be there. So it's going into something different. All right? I'm talking about the land today. No olives, nothing in the land of Israel. And the people get cursed, the land get cursed. So if you go over lamentation, you should answer all that question. All right? Read my read 1 Maccabees 1:11.
For 1 Maccabees 1, verse number 11. In those days, whence there out of Israel wicked men,
And what the wicked man did?
who persuaded many,
To do what?
saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
And that's what the pastors do in the Christian church. Never forget that. So if they were, that was before YAHAWAH. That was before YAHAWAH. And they were doing that in the time of Maccabees, just like they do today. Really?
Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them,
What
we
happened?
have had much sorrow.
And that's what they say. They're not telling you sorrow come because we left YAHAWAH. But because we don't join in leading with the leader. So you have to examine the people that are among us. So when you see a teacher come, what are you teaching? Where are you guiding me? Where will you lead me? Where will we end up from here? But me as a teacher, you have enough resources where everybody in Ghana can eat.
That's right.
Because I see the Arabs do it with one resources. And the Arabs don't pay tribute to no money. The Arabs country are not part of CARICOM. They're not part of the Commonwealth. They don't owe the British nothing. They took the country from the British. When the British gave them independence, they pay all that money off at once. So now all their resources is for them. That's why if you're 35 in Dubai and married, the government give you a free house. In Dubai, every student education from basic school to university is free. Healthcare is free. And they use all their oil to do that. In Libya, before they go there, every month, every house in Libya was getting 7,000 Ghana cedis every month. Because from the oil, that's why we think the people of Gaddafi. Remember, when they find Gaddafi's son in France, the people them say, we want Gaddafi's son to be president. What did they do to him? They shoot him. They found Gaddafi's son was hiding in France. So the people them took him back to bring him to Libya. And they said, you will be president. They killed him. As a poor man went to the house and gave him about 20 shots. They sent the CIA to destroy him. So this country only have oil, and everybody in the country was benefiting from the oil. Imagine they have gold and oil. So I believe you people deserve better, and I believe you can get better. So why the pastors don't have the same sentiment? Why? So, and I believe the blacks in America deserve better. Minimum wage. The people in Jamaica say, just give us maximum and done. Give us maximum wage and done. Look at the black woman in Barbados, Multi. She was alive. She was a judge. And she said, the British, Barbados don't even have 500,000 people. The last time they count, they have less than 200,000 people. And she said the British must pay Barbados 49 billion pounds for slavery. And read the comments. Everybody said yes, yes. I see somebody comment. I took a picture of it too. They say if this was Africa, nobody in Africa would get this money. But people in the West, we don't have that same sentiment because we and our leaders fighting together. We all know where we come from. But when the leaders in this country separate themselves from the people and they act like they're better than the people, and now you don't see none of them. But in election, you see these dirty dogs. It's not right. And that's why we talk about it. The only person who will help us is YAHAWAH.
That's right.
So we return back to him with all our heart, all our mind, and all our soul. He will return to us. Because his judgment is coming. And when his judgment comes, just hope we're in the light. If we're in the dark, we cannot comprehend what the dark brings.
That's right.
We don't want to face what that dark brings.
No.
And in the evening, most I will might go back to Revelation 20 to show you. All right? So if no question, we close out. That's it. Stand, face these for the midday prayer. Start the camera. Ayan.
Shall you their strength? They shall mount up with wings